I heard about you long before we met. You're winsome and you're young, at least that's what they said. Underneath your glitter and your gold, you can't deny the fact that you are growing old. You have 1,000 eyes that never fall asleep. Someday I will leave you when I've had enough of your beauty.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing some good old-fashioned cleaning motivation, and I'm also going to be sharing some of my favorite cleaning products and tools along the way. But I know my house needs some cleaning. I'm hoping that you need some motivation just to kind of get your week started off right. So let's do this. All right, we are jumping right into the real life reality and state of my home because you guys know I do not shy away from these real life moments, but I wanted to start by giving my neglected plants a little bit of water. And I actually picked up this little water globe thing from the store. It's just plastic, so I was excited that it was not going to be falling and breaking or anything, but it looks really pretty. And I'm hoping that that will help me give a little better care to this little guy up here that you can see he gets a little bit neglected. So anyway, let's chat a little bit. How have you been doing lately? I feel like for me, life has just been a lot lately. There has been a lot of things behind the scenes, and I've been trying to stay focused on things that matter and what's really important in life, and trying not to give too much attention to kind of the other stuff that definitely can steal our attention away. But I feel like it's a lot of those little things that can cause so much anxiety. And I don't know about you guys, but over the last several years, I have definitely felt an increase in my anxiety, and I've been really working on that a lot. But one of the things that I know for a fact helps me so much is having a clean home, which, as you guys know, is not always how it is here, but I do my best. And today I'm just spending some time cleaning our home, kind of resetting things, because I know that that absolutely reduces my anxiety, reduces stress. It just makes everything feel and flow a lot better. So for me, when I'm stressed out, I will clean. Do you guys ever do that? Like go stress clean? For me, it makes a world of difference, and that's just kind of what I naturally go to do. But let me know, what is your go-to when you're dealing with like stress or anxiety or any of those kind of anxious feelings? Do you have a certain thing that really helps you out? Oh, and before we go too far, just randomly, I love this little wedge pillow. I got this over the last few weeks, and it has been incredible. Kyle, I don't know what he does when he sleeps, but he like shoves his pillow down into the hole between the bed and the bed frame. And so I'm constantly trying to fish his pillow out of there. So that has really helped with that issue. And also it helps like with nothing else falling, like no pens, no phones are falling back there. It's just really nice to have this wedge pillow. And it also has a little pocket on the side so that you can stick a remote or whatever you're wanting to. Now here, I'm actually changing out my bedding, duh, obviously, right? But I'm not just changing out my sheets for some clean sheets, which I typically try to do about once a week. But the other thing that I'm doing is changing out into our winter duvet set. So it's just a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, definitely a more cozy vibe. And I really love kind of feeling that change for the season. Let's go to Carolina. We could start a new life. You're already my best friend, but don't you be my new wife. I don't like living. You don't have much to trust in. You're scared to love again. I don't wanna miss the blessing in Carolina. Carolina. Carolina, Carolina, yeah. Let's talk laundry. I am loving sheets of laundry detergent lately. I feel like they work just as well, but they are honestly just so easy to use and they're less waste, so that's always a win. But I've also been loving Molly Suds as a whitener, and I've been using this for years and years, and I love it. Did you see the makeover that I did in Kyle's office last week? It turned out so good. I mean, you can see how it looks here. It honestly feels so much larger and it feels like such a different space. So because I just had done this makeover, his office really didn't get too messy. So I just came in to give it a little quick tidy, start up his diffuser, and then I also wanted to clean his windows because they did not get attention when we were doing the makeover and they definitely needed it. Also, I always get questions on what my favorite essential oils are, and these are the essential oils that I always use. I have used these for years and years and years, and I love them. They don't break the bank, but they're super high quality. Okay, moving on to the windows. So one of my favorite ways to clean windows is just simple e-cloths. I have been using these for years, but I use the general purpose e-cloth, which is the yellow one that I have in my hand, although all of these come in different colors, and you can see it has like a looser knit. And then this blue one is called the glass and polishing cloth, and this one has like a very fine, very tight knit. And so what you do is you get the general purpose cloth wet with water, and then you take the dry glass and polishing cloth and you literally just dry it all off and polish it, and you will be left with 0 streaks just with these two cloths and water. It's incredible. They're like magic. Once I got Kyle's office nice and cleaned, I turned on our Eufy S1 Pro robot vacuum mop. Now we have had this actually for a few months and it has been amazing. And I'm always excited to team up with Eufy because honestly, their products are just such incredible quality. And the S1 Pro is absolutely no exception. This little guy runs in our house every single day and it keeps our main floor tidy, which is a big task because we have a full house with lots of kids and lots of pets, and we've even had a bonus dog lately. There's a few things that we've found that really sets the S1 Pro apart. First, you can see it's not round, but instead it's a square shaped, and it's designed that way for a few reasons. One, it allows it to get up right along the edges and inside the corners of your home a little bit easier. And two, it allows for a long roller mop, which covers a larger mopping area per pass. Another thing that makes this the best floor washing robot vacuum is because it has a rolling mop, similar to one that you would see on a wet dry vac mop. And this helps make the mopping more effective because it doesn't just clean the mop at the base station, but because it has a roller mop, it also has the ability to clean the mop roller while it's vacuuming and mopping the floors. And that way you can make sure your floors are being cleaned with an always clean mop and no cross contamination. And as you can see here, the S1 Pro also detects hard floors from carpets, so it will actually auto retract and conceal the mop when it goes over carpet, and that helps keep the carpet nice and dry. Its vacuum feature is also very thorough and sucks up deep-seated dust and debris. Also vacuums before it mops and then keeps everything separated to make mopping more efficient. Also has a detangling brush, which means fewer hair tangles and less maintenance for you, which is always a win. Another thing that I wanted to share about is actually the base station itself. The base really does so much more than just charge the robot and empty the dust, but it also cleans the robot vacuum after cleaning, it empties the dirty water and refills it with fresh water, and it even has an ozone generator which helps to sterilize the water, which is great for the health and wellness of our families. And the best part of all this is Eufy has given me a discount to share with you, so I will have the link and all of that information down in the description box as well as in the pinned comment of this video, so you can check that out. So I have to say, I have been feeling so much better lately. I have now lost about 50 pounds, which sometimes I feel like it doesn't look like I've lost 50 pounds, but it really has made such a big difference. And I'm just so grateful to be kind of feeling more like myself and to have found what works for me with my Hashimoto's. Okay, now I will chat actually more about that in just a second, but I do want to share what I'm doing here. So I'm going to be making a simmer pot, and to me, fall just screams like apples and apple cinnamon. So that's the kind of simmer pot that I'm making. So I'm just grabbing an apple that's a little bit on its last legs. It's not looking the best on the outside and it's going a little brown on the inside. Added a few cinnamon sticks, which you can just pick up a big bag of these at Dollar Tree, and then a few drops of vanilla. And then you just want to cover all of that up with water. You are going to add all of this into a pot and turn it on low on the stove, or you can use my favorite technique, which is using a mini crock pot. And I just like this better because otherwise I always forget that I have a pot on the stove and I sometimes boil the water out. True story. And so I personally like the mini slow cooker method, and I will use this day after day. And the point of this is just to smell up your home, and it really makes a difference and just smells so nice. Now, this is another random thing, but I wanted to share what this is because I always get questions on this, but this little guy is our butter crock, and it makes the perfect spreadable butter. You just add your butter into the butter crock, then add a little bit of water to the bottom, and that helps it stay airtight, and it keeps your butter really nice and fresh, but still allows it to be on the counter. Okay, so anyway, I just want to share about what I was showing you guys, but now we'll get back to chatting about what I've been doing for my Hashimoto's while I clean my dishes. And I'm gonna get a bit chatty, so why don't you find a 5-minute chore and tackle your chore with me while we chat. So anyway, getting back to kind of what I was talking about before, but I am just so grateful to have found something that works for my Hashimoto's, because if you have been here for a long time, you know I've really struggled with my Hashimoto's for, gosh, it's been since like 2018, so 6 years now. Ugh, time has flown. But Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disorder, basically where my immune system is attacking my thyroid constantly, and there's just so many side effects that come from that. But one of the things is it can cause weight gain, and so despite my efforts, I had gained quite a bit of weight over the last several years, and I've tried so many different things over the years, but finally in February, I tried doing clean keto, which is basically where you just be a little bit more intentional with keto. You don't just do like bacon and heavy cream and cheese. You try to eat cleaner meats and cleaner foods, try to incorporate more veggies. So anyway, there's a lot more to it, but I have been eating clean keto and incorporating lots and lots of low carb veggies. I've also been intermittent fasting, so I typically eat between noon and 7 p.m. And then I try my best to not snack a ton during the day. Really only if I'm like truly hungry will I snack during the day. And now at this point, I've lost 50 pounds and I'm just feeling so much better and so much more closer to myself, like how I used to feel. But my next focus is actually going to be finding a good workout that I can fit into my day, because I think that's going to be very beneficial for me. Okay, I'm gonna show you one of my favorite cleaners for cleaning like kind of stuck on messes. That can be in your sink, on your stove, in your oven, microwave, and even your pans. Do you see that? Like it's stuck on oils and all kind of things. This is just something that happens when you use your pans. This is the stuff, it's power paste, and this stuff is so good. So it's very thick. And then what I do is I will use some kind of like abrasive sponge like this. For me, I get my sponge a little wet, and then I just go in and kind of like pull off some of the power paste onto my sponge. It is very thick, hence the word paste. And then you're just going to start scrubbing it onto the area. So let me show you. So you see that right there along that edge? I have my power paste. I'm just gonna scrub this and let it do the work for me. So I do have to scrub it a little bit depending on, especially this is kind of an older stain, but it'll work. Do you see how shiny that spot is? So that's right where I cleaned it. I didn't clean over here. So you can see like this is what it was. And that's what it is now. And I can still go back and get more of those spots, but it's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna dry off the dishes, but while I'm doing that, I'm actually gonna use my Bloom towels, which is what I always use. I've been using Bloom towels for years, and this is another one of my favorite cleaning products. These are a cleaning product, but also like a decorative piece. And this is the fall launch from Bloom Towels. So I wanted to share with you guys what the new towels look like. They went very, very neutral, which I love because you can use these all year round, but they definitely kind of encapsulate that fall vibe. So first you have this blue, like a really light blue, and then you have this beautiful plaid color or plaid pattern on the back. Then you have this beautiful tan kind of beigey color. It's a really, really warm though. And then this beautiful print on back, which I love that Bloom towels are two-sided. You have a gray one, very neutral, and then this print on the back. Then this one is a beautiful green color, some green pinstriping on the back, so pretty. And then this one is your orangey, kind of like super fall color right there. And then you get a double stripe on the back of this one. And then one thing that I love about all their towels, well, a few things. One, they're really, really durable. So I've had a bunch of my Bloom towels for years and years, and they still work just as well as they did the first day I got them. They don't shrink up in the dryer or anything. You can wash them as normal. I think I said this, but they're very, very absorbent. They're like a tight knit waffle weave. So they give you a lot of absorbency, but that means they're also really durable. They're not gonna like stretch out or anything. And it's nice when you can have like a functional piece in your home that serves a purpose, but also looks pretty. And I feel like kitchen towels are absolutely that. They're also really, really good size. So anytime someone has seen them in person, they're like, wow, these were so much bigger than I realized. I hang them on my stove, and then I also hang them on my dishwasher, and then I pull them up for drying dishes or kind of any messes you can also clean with them, and they still come out in the wash really nicely. And then they also have this little hook. So if you have cute little hooks or like command hooks in your kitchen, you can just hang them up like this. And I actually think this is like one of the prettiest ways to display them. I don't personally have hooks in my kitchen, but I'm constantly trying to figure out where I can put one because I think that's so pretty. You kind of get to see both sides. Also, my own collection with bloom towels that I designed for fall. We've sold out of my original collection, except I think there's a few more of the vintage botanicals. But my fall collection that I designed with them is almost arrived, I believe. We designed 3 different towels. 2 of them are up there, and then this is one of them that I'm using right here. But you can go ahead and order those as well. You guys will have to let me know, are you guys using wooden cutting boards or plastic cutting boards? I know there's been a bunch of controversy with plastic cutting boards with like, you know, you're getting those microplastics in your food. So I've been kind of trying to get away from them and getting back to using wood cutting boards. Kyle saw something about like aluminum or steel cutting boards. I don't know all about that, but if you guys have any recommendations or suggestions or just good tips for cutting boards, I'm all ears. I've been using the wood ones, but the bummer about the wood ones is you have to hand wash them, which is fine, but I love anything that you can toss in the dishwasher. If you notice my phone kind of propped up on the right side of the screen here, well, first I was using my favorite little phone holder. This is like a ring holder, magnetic phone holder, so it just pops on and off my phone, but I've really loved it. So if you're looking for something like that and you have a MagSafe case, then this will be something that you might love too. But anyway, I was Marco Poloing my friends a lot while I was cleaning today, and it was so nice just to catch up with them. My best friends actually don't live close to me at all. We all live in different states, and so Marco Polo was like our favorite way to kind of stay in contact. But let me know, do you live close to any of your best friends? Do you live close to family? Did you move away? For us, we actually grew up in Montana, and then shortly after getting married, Kyle joined the Air Force, and then we moved all around the South, kind of up in the Midwest. Then we moved to Utah, and eventually we ended up in Arizona, and it's looking like we're gonna stay here forever because we just love it so much. But the downside is, since we've moved around so much, now we just don't really live close to like our best friends. But side note, in staying with the theme of sharing several of my favorite cleaners today, another favorite cleaner is actually this entire line of cleaners. From Greenleaf, I use the window cleaner, the bathroom cleaner, the all-purpose cleaner, the sink cleaner. I even have her candles. Like, she has so many different items on her site. The scents are all incredible and they work super, super well. All right, the living room is all clean. The kitchen's all clean. It's looking so good. The only thing we have out is I have some oranges that I have to peel a bunch of them for Luke's football game this weekend, just because they do that at halftime. And I volunteered to peel like 45 oranges. So one thing that I do want to do in our living room is add some DIY room spray. I've shared how to make this several times, so I'll actually pop up the recipe card, not an edible recipe obviously, but I'll pop that up here on the screen so you can see how to make this. It's very, very easy. You can use, you know, like any old spray bottle that you have, or you can get one of these off of Amazon, but you can make it as strong or as diluted as you want, and it smells so good. It just keeps things kind of fresh in your home. So I've gotten so many questions in the last several videos where you guys have seen 2 border collies, and no, we did not get a new dog. We do still have our dog Emma, which you can see closest to you guys. And then the other dog is actually Kyle's dad's dog, and he's just staying with us for a few months. So I'm sure you guys will be seeing him around here for a little bit. Okay, we are in my office. So random. Well, first I want to say we just redid Kyle's office. We got some pieces from like Facebook Marketplace. We were able to sell his items, so it really didn't cost anything. And then I did get a rug, like a different rug, because his rug kind of got destroyed. I don't really know what happened in there. We ended up like reconfiguring his office. It feels like a totally new space. Luke and I actually worked on it for like just a couple of hours, and it completely changed the whole vibe of it. And so now I'm like, I kind of want to do something like that in my office, but I feel like you have to almost pull everything out, because otherwise you stay set in your ways of doing something a certain way or having your room set up a certain way or something. And so as you kind of watch me clean my office, if you have any ideas of like different ways to reorganize my office, let me know. Like, you know, if I've thought about changing this out actually for a different piece, like I could always look on Facebook Marketplace. I do want to still add shelves in the coves over this way. I don't know. I definitely want to keep my desk just because it functions really nice. I did paint it myself, so I kind of changed up the look that way, but it works really well. I do want to keep my couch because we just found that on Facebook Marketplace, and that's been working really nicely. But even that, like I could move that somewhere else. So anyway, if you have like any ideas on doing something different in my office, I think that might be really fun. But I'm gonna think about that and see if I can do a little makeover. Anyway, so random, but I went on ThreadUp the other day to look for some of my favorite leggings. Actually, they're these ones that I'm wearing today. I just love the fit. They feel so nice, but I don't think they actually make them anymore. So I went on to look for the same ones, and they're maternity with like the big old like belly part, which is so comfortable when you're pregnant, but I don't want maternity leggings right now because we are finished having babies and not planning to have any more. And literally 2 of the ones that I got, they're both maternity. I went back and looked at the picture, and it's like, okay, now that I know that they're maternity, like I can see that, but there was nothing on there that said they were maternity. And so I'm like, ah, darn it. Now I just need to find someone that's pregnant or expecting that would like some really nice leggings. The good thing is I got them on like a crazy good deal. Like I had a really good discount code. I think these were on clearance or something. And so I think I got them for like $5 each or something like that. I don't know. And they're in really good shape. So now I just have to do that. And then I also got these. I thought these were really cute. I don't know if you can tell, but they are literally like little girl. I do have a niece that is maybe close to that size, so I'll give those to her. But anyway, there were a few things that came in that were right, and then there were just so many things that were not, and I was like, I was so looking forward to this box. Oh, also, funny story, but I went to order them. It took my old address and shipped them to Utah. So it said it arrived, and then I looked and it was delivered to our old house in Utah. So we had to contact the owners, and then I got them, and it was like 2 of them are maternity and 1 is little girls. There were a few others that did work, but anyway, just a little bit of a fail, but kind of a funny story. So anywho, all right, I'm gonna get to cleaning my office. I don't know what it is, but I really struggle to keep this office from being a dumping ground. Like my desk is a dumping ground. It always feels very good and I feel very motivated once it's clean. So let's get to it. All right, I need to figure out some kind of challenge or something to really get myself to stop making this a dumping ground, like I said, because truly it feels so much better and it does stay cleaner much longer when I do like a full-on clean like this. Do you guys notice that too in your home? Like if you just pick up a few things, it doesn't stay very long, but if you clean something like full-on, an entire room, an entire big space, it just stays cleaner for longer. I don't know. That's how it is at our house, but I did want to share this reusable lint roller. It works so well, and as you can see, my couch really needs it because this is like the cat's favorite hangout spot. They love to just trash my couch every single day, and so I know it does not look like this, but I actually use this lint roller on my couch probably every other day, maybe every 3 days, but definitely multiple times a week. And so I actually just keep it right next to the couch all the time because this is where it's needed. But if you have a lot of pet hair, and especially if you have like a cloth furniture piece or something, this works super well for that. Now, one thing that I wanted to share, like a little mindset chat, I guess, is to not worry about the messes so much. I know we can't help it all the time. I know it's easy to start stressing about a messy house or something that you have to get done, but like all of those things can wait. All of those things will be there waiting for you. You saw the state of my home in the beginning of this video, and now everything is looking so beautiful and so put together. And it really didn't take a whole lot of time, but that is just one small part of life. So if you are struggling to keep your home cleaned or maintain it, just know this hectic time in your life will pass. The mess will be there waiting for you when you're ready to tackle it, and it will get done. It's okay. It's just a small part of life, and it's truly not the most important thing. It can bring a lot of peace and it can bring a lot of joy and, you know, reduce anxiety and all that stuff, but just kind of keep it in perspective. And I don't know, just hearing that sometimes, like sometimes you know things, but hearing it just helps you kind of take it in a little bit more and like, oh, that's right. Okay, it's just a little reminder. So anyway, I hope that I've given you a lot of cleaning motivation today. I also hope that you've enjoyed my cleaning products and tools recommendations. And above all, I hope that you are feeling more peace than you did when you first started this video. And if you've made it here to the end, drop a few emojis down below to let me know. I hope you guys have an incredible rest of the day. Oh, also before I forget, we did select a new room rescue family, so stay tuned for those. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.